really got to give it to our firefighters because the work they did that night was just so amazingly impressive. So.
Tonight, an emotional moment for Cleveland firefighters at a community meeting as the investigation into an explosion and fire at a Cleveland apartment complex ramps up. And good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Tonight, the community met face-to-face with some of the first responders who were on the ground when the fire broke out to try to get answers about the devastation.
Sia New Yorker was at that meeting and joined us now from the newsroom with the latest. Sia, good evening.
Good evening, Russ and Lena. Cleveland Police Department's 4th District holds a community meeting every month to update and talk with residents about crime and safety and prevention. Tonight, there were a lot of questions about the explosion and fire at Rainbow Terrace Apartments. Just after 6 Wednesday evening, a couple dozen people gathered at Covenant Community Church on East 119th and Kinsman in Cleveland for the monthly community meeting.
State of the 4th District. Thank you, Commander.
And after updates from CPD Commander Heather Mish,
We're maintaining those numbers that are lower than this time last year. So our violent crime is down by almost 14%.
Cleveland Fire Lieutenant Mike Norman stood to talk about the explosion and fire at Rainbow Terrace Apartments on Monday.
We had 5 people transported to the hospital. 2 of them have been released from the hospital, but 3 remain in serious condition. It was quite an afternoon at Garden Valley. We had a woman drop a child down from a 3rd-story window to some onlookers. Our Engine 41 put a ladder up and brought that woman down to safety. We had people climbing down sheets that were tied together. It was pretty dramatic.
About the explosion. Could you speak more about that? Were they able to find out? Was it faulty wiring? What happened with that? You said explosion. How did it occur?
But they've got access to it now. They've got access to the surveillance cameras. So that's all part and parcel of their investigation. And I don't want to speak to their investigation until they come out with their finding.
Lieutenant Norman also spoke about fire safety. He said Rainbow Terrace had hardwired smoke alarms and said what happened there is a reminder for others that smoke alarms save lives.
So what we're doing is we're gonna do canvasses in those neighborhoods. We identify these neighborhoods as places where there might be an issue, where there might be a deficit of smoke alarms. Smoke alarms are vital.
Cleveland Fire is having a media day July 10th and 11th where families can get together and have 3 working smoke alarms for free. Now, we've put information about that program on our website at WKYC.com. Russ?
Okay, Sia New Yorker in the newsroom. Thank you.
Thank you.